comedy game on lock. This is a motherfucking roll call. So listen up, all the ladies, Nubian queens, black princesses, African goddesses, choir girls, young girls, models, skeezers, bitches, hoes, playettes, dykes, divas, housewives, gold diggers, sack chasers, cum guzzlers, chicken heads, crackheads, baller bitches, shake dancers, and boosters. Say what you want, we're all one and the same. No matter what they call you or you call yourself. There's only 3 rules in this game. Keep your nappy ass hair done. Do your motherfucking sit-ups. And whenever you lay on your back, make sure your paper is stacked. And with all that said and done, Diamond Princess, take this shit to another level.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, Conscious Crew? Happy Sunday. Oh, you know what we're here to get into, child. I just got a bunch of things that slid across my front desk, and I'm about to slide them across y'all's. But before we get into it, please go ahead and run them likes all the way up. You guys know that thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Conscious Crew member and telling them to get their black asses into the sanctuary. So whether you're part of the replay gang, acting for me in real time in these sky reeks, or you are an old nasty piece of bush, baby, I need you to swing and bang and bully the hell out of that light feature, unthaw this algorithm, and once again, wake up the rest of the Conscious Crew members, because YouTube ain't never doing their job. Also, if you enjoy everything that Kane does here, you can always donate to the platform at $Consciouztv on Cash App and or paypal.me/ConsciouzTV, and of course, that's Conscious spelled with the Z at the end, just like it is here on the channel. All donation information and social media handles are in the description box below. We pay $100 for raggedy ass StreamYard every goddamn month. Also, I'm thinking I'm going to have to get me a gaming computer because my camera is too high powered and it just be driving my MacBook crazy, honey. So I think I'm going to have to get me a separate computer and laptop just for my social media stuff, because I kind of got too much going on this particular laptop. I use it for personal use, but then it's also for this work here as well. It's just too much for the kingdom. Okay. Also, make sure that you guys have your notification bell set to all. And last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community, or your Snapchat, your MySpace, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you in fat laser lane. Just let them whores know that we're out live and in color. Now, with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through. What's going on, Conscious Crew? So there's a lot going on. Oh my God. I'm going to be honest. Girl, I feel like I'm about to retire from pop culture commentary, girl. I'm just in a different space and kind of running a different race. A big part of me feel like I am outgrowing celebrity gossip. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been a thrill. It's done all the things. I don't know whether it's just a phase I'm going through or what. I'm not going to really put too much thought in it. I'm just going to kind of follow my heart. So, I'll do what I do until I'm not doing whatever I do, and then doing whatever it is I'm going to be doing. You guys know that I'm creating a separate channel and also making an extension to the Consciouztv brand, which is going to be metaphysics, paranormal, parapsychology, If you like UFOs, Sasquatch, fairies, the Fae, if you like ghost stories, if you love metaphysical talk, philosophy, etc., then this will be, not this here, but that channel in which I speak of will be the channel for you. I have a lot of crazy, amazing guest speakers lined up for that platform. Really, 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 really great content. You guys know this is how I came onto YouTube. That was my initial niche. And then God yanked me into pop culture because God has an interesting way of disguising sheep as wolves, okay? So I understood why God pulled me into celebrity gossip. And God did have to do a fair share, girl, of pulling, girl, because I had that lace laid, girl, with layers upon layers upon layers of gorilla glue, girl. When y'all hear about Jacob in the Old Testament wrestling with an angel, bitch, I was Jacob, girl, wrestling the Lord down to the ground. Obviously, the Lord won. So I'm here, but it feels like I'm slowly being return back to my roots, or maybe I'll just be in my duality and literally have a split consciousness, and we'll be doing that content and doing this content. I really don't want to walk away completely from celebrity gossip. It honestly has been very therapeutic to do celebrity gossip. Like, as serious and thick and ridiculous as the world is, covering celebrity gossip allows me personally to like have space to laugh at the world, you know, to make fun of goofy things and people doing goofy things, while also a lot of the times what celebrities be going through, I'm able to turn into real life conversation where that stuff can be applied in one's own real life. So then there's a mix of celebrity gossip and a Consciouztv type of a situation going on. However, I'm really feeling called to my spiritual roots. I've been in a deep spiritual place since probably last year. It's been thickening all the way up to this point. I had a very, very, very extraordinary experience last night with the Lord. It put me in a very deep place, in a very contemplative place. And you know, I'm just in a contemplative place right now. I'm just really, really, really in a contemplative place right now. So we'll see. I don't know what this is going to look like going forward, you know, but I do know that other things will be created as a result of the Conscious brand. So just be looking out for that. Of course, I'll be promoting that and letting you guys know where else you can support the King and the work that I've come into this body to do with my fine ass. So yeah, just keep your eyes and your eyeballs out. Now, enough with the spiritual shit, girl. Let's get into the mess, okay? And I was trying to find my headphones, but I don't know where they have my headphones at. And shout out to my baby mother, Kimberly, for the old nasty piece of child support check. Yes, honey, for the spousal support. Not the spousal support. Yes, God, for the spousal support. We need all the spousal support, y'all. We got bills over here, child. Like I said, girl, we need a new laptop because I be wanting to cam up for y'all, child. I be laid and slayed, fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Then I go to my YouTube studio, you know, lights, camera, and action, child. You know, I got, y'all know that backdrop behind me, that Consciouztv backdrop, girl, that is not AI, bitch. That's a real life canvas. And that shit costs $400. The lights that I have in my studio are hundreds of dollars. The laptop that I'm on right now is $1,300 motherfucking dollars. Okay, it's dollars. And so my computer can't even take, you know, all of the technology and software that is required for me to even get the full throttle out of my camera, which is a high-powered ass camera. So, you know, every time I want to come up and be loud, live, and in color and whip my hair back and forth for y'all, girl. It be giving glitchy-yana. My computer be telling me, girl, like, the mothership is pulling too much energy, girl. She's pulling too much. She barely hanging on CTV. So I be having to cam down, unfortunately. But I be wanting y'all, baby, you know, to get into the King so the King can get into y'all. So I got to figure all that out, child. So once again, all donation information is in the description box below. I feed y'all. Y'all feed me. We feed each other. Okay? So $Consciouztv on Cash App, PayPal.me/Consciouztv. Moderators, please rotate with y'all beautiful selves, all of the donation information, and continue to thumbs up the video, you guys, to get us into the algorithm. Okay, so let's get into the shindig, girl. So I was sitting here minding my business and y'all's too. And one of my baby fathers sent me the mess. I said, girl, I got to get active. Now, let me tell you, I don't know if there was a blood moon, a full moon, a werewolf moon, girl, but this weekend had it going on, girl. The mess been going down since yesterday, child. I was going to come live yesterday, but my intuition was like, no, girl, hold it. I'm glad I did hold it, because now everything get to make sense to come full circle, okay? So yesterday, it was a lot happening, child. Today is even more damn happening. So first thing on the docket is, girl, Wendy Wiggins, okay? Trasher case, mentee of 27 days and 27 days only. Apparently has auditioned for Cenat Streaming University. You guys know that Cenat Streaming University was a really, really, really big deal last year. Thousands upon thousands of seasoned and up-and-coming live streamers went out to audition. He ended up picking, you know, a bundle full of streamers, some you know and don't know, brought them into this weekend-long streaming university extravaganza, girl. It gave everything that needed to be given, made Cenat trillions of damn dollars, made him even more goddamn rich and damn famous. It had its fair share of drama. It was like a whole thing, all right? Well, he's holding auditions for the streaming university again. And of course, Barnyard Wiggins had to show up, girl, to get her clout chasing on, because she need that. She gotta have that. So let's bear witness to Cenat rejecting the shit out of Barnyard Wiggins to his face, girl, and letting him know he way too messy, baby, for Miss Streaming University. Make sure that you guys, here I go. I had to update this computer too, y'all. So she got a new facelift, girl. Okay, I updated her over the weekend, child. Everything looked different. It looks like I'm on the inside of a multifaceted spacecraft, bitch. Okay, the templates are different. The settings done reset. It's a lot going on with my computer, girl. So, show me some grace as I navigate the new face of Miss MacBook. Let me see here. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see this right here? Can y'all see it, girl? Give me a one if you can see it, child. If you synced it, give me an old nasty piece of one. Yes, God. If you're looking at the screen, okay, now give me your one once it start playing, so I can know that y'all can also hear loud, live, and in motherfucking color.
I'm next.
You're next?
All right.
I'm gonna throw this mic on you.
Okay.
Can y'all hear that, girl? Can y'all hear the text miking him up? What's going on, Survival One? Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Can y'all hear it too? Give me a 2 if you can hear the audio. What's going on, Trey? Hey, y'all. Give me a 2 if you can also hear it. I'm waiting for the... Okay, great. All right, let's check this out, girl. Now, local gossip reshared this on Twitter and said, ooh, Cenat says Barnyard Wiggins is not fit for Streaming University, girl, as he's too concerned with the gossip. Cenat also makes it clear to Barnyard that he's 38 and too old to be a messy queen. Jesus Christ. My God. And Barnyard took the 72 lashings across his back, girl, in good spirits. We'll talk about why.
As I close this door, as soon as it closes, you're gonna walk in.
Should I turn this off or leave this on?
You're good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going in.
And you'll be coming out even faster.
What up? I'm good. I'm good. All right, let me hurry up.
Let me see what you got.
It's the handwriting that you might have to fight through.
Pick a wall, Boots. Pick a wall. Which wall, Boots, baby? Cenat about the New York Barnyard Wiggins.
YouTube. Yeah.
Let me see one there. All right.
Oh, y'all seen Kai?
Set it up.
All right. Let's just go.
Why should you finish university? I'm not going to lie. Wait, how are you?
I'm 38.
God damn!
Okay, Miss Cenat girl. It ain't gonna be no 38 shaming in this bitch. Okay? Because half of us 38 and 40-year-olds is looking better, girl, than y'all 20. Girl, y'all be 25 and it be a real hard, cracked out, down there to the men's homeless shelter, hard living 25, baby. We ain't gonna do too much on Miss 25, but the gag is, honey, bitch, old ass Methuselah down there, coming down there, girl, to advance his social media career. My God.
I'm older.
What are you trying to be?
I was just doing it.
Okay, why should you be in Shoe University in 2026?
Well, because I'm already a full-time content creator.
Right.
Then you don't need to be there.
I'm doing it for 8 years on my YouTube.
Amazing.
And still need streaming university, and you've been doing it for almost a decade, man.
So I've done television, radio, and my daily about commentary, podcasts, and court cases.
Okay.
But I want to get into the IRL streaming, and I love that you guys do that, and I want the community of it. So me working from home every day, doing this nonstop, it's a lot, it's draining. So I feel like, you know what? I need to get out there and build a community of creators so that we can build together.
Is your main primary platform YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. And
However, I'm thinking about getting on Kid because they did reach out to me for a partnership deal. I just like, well, maybe we can launch it.
right. Well, are you aware that you haven't posted the last month? The last time you posted was a month ago.
No. On YouTube, you gotta go to my lives.
I'm looking at your YouTube right now.
Armon Wiggins?
Okay, yes, Armon Wiggins.
No, I post. No.
Okay, and your live is
Maybe like a 7 days
6
ago.
hours, 2 days ago, 9 days ago, too.
Yeah, I'm alive.
What are you talking about on this podcast? Because right now,
It's celebrity news. Okay.
It's about five.
It's celebrity
You
news.
talking about some tea?
Yes.
What type of tea? Like Noli tea?
Yes. Female rap.
We don't want that.
No.
Come on.
Oh, girl, Wisconsin, I cannot take it, girl. What? Girl, you ain't finna bring this gay agenda to the university, girl. Baby, Cenat ass is in his goddamn Charlie Kirk bag, baby. It's like Charlie Kirk sitting across from Cardi getting a scolding about what girl being a poison to the community.
Okay.
Gossiping is not good.
But that's why I want to change it.
I just know, but this is not the opportunity. If you really want to change that, you will more than change it within your time.
All right now, Cot girl. Okay, Kai Monique, baby, in charm school, girl. Letting Miss Barnyard Wiggins know, honey, change starts within the home of the soul. First and foremost, girl. So don't even come up in this bitch trying to have fake spiritual virtue, trying to start from the outside in. I'm copping, I'm peeking, girl. I'm clocking all of that fraudulent tea, honey. Real transformation and desire starts from within. And Mr. Crystals, girl, Mr. Taro himself should know that. It's the soul, Beyonce said, that needs the surgery, Wiggins. I'm surprised she even felt the oral test, girl. Girl, he must think that Cenat is something types of stupid at 20. The man ain't a multi-damn trillionaire. And damn near the king of Wakanda, girl, because he's an idiot, girl. The boy got pretty goddamn good discernment. He probably more damn spiritual than Wiggins is, and he don't even wear the spirituality on his sleeve like Wendy does, child. But not him clocking Miss Spiritual on what Miss Spiritual should have been able to hit the ground running right out of the gate, girl, okay? And he's absolutely correct. If you wanted to transition, if you wanted to do the IRL thing, that's where you should have been pivoting. And I should have exclusive receipts before this altar of you already making that change on your own platform before you came up in here grifting off my motherfucking name and then gonna have the audacity to fake brag about you being on TV and you being on Nancy Grace for 30 seconds. Well, then you go to Nancy Grace's streaming university, then you go to TV One's streaming university, then since you missed a big shot, since you missed the red carpet, you go ahead then with your bad self. It sound like I need to be auditioning for you, right? Whoosh. Child, let's rewind it back a little bit. Real, this is team too much.
Maybe
like 7 days
6
ago.
hours, 2 days ago, 9 days ago, too.
Yeah, I'm alive.
What are you talking about on this podcast? Because right now,
It's celebrity
it's
news.
a red flag.
Okay.
It's a red flag.
It's celebrity
You talking
news.
about some tea?
Yes.
What type of tea? Like Nomi tea?
Yes. Female
We
rap.
don't want that.
No.
No, we don't want that here in the universe.
Okay.
Gossip is not good.
But that's why.
Girl, he said we don't want.
If you really want
That's in red writing, girl, at the application. We don't want that type of messy shit at Distribute University, baby. My God, today. You know what? I should have trusted my damn discernment. See, I knew Wiggins had funky Gemini energy from the gate. That's why I ain't really want to fool up with that girl. But you know, I was being a team player, only to be proven right, because it's just the God in me. Okay, you got to learn how to trust the God in you. All right? But so shout out to Kai for already out of the gate being like, nah, baby, I can smell the messy pheromones. Baby, see, Kai has made it this far and hasn't had to sell his soul because he is fully confident and confidant in his spiritual intuitive alignment, baby. He gonna trust the funky spiritual pheromones that he picking up on off of Miss Wiggins' child. And this shout out to being so young and being so deeply intuitive and learning how to be that confident in your own intuition, girl, because he saw that girl burn down TGIF and Fox Soul. He saw that girl burn down Jason Lee's mentorship. He saw that girl try to burn down Trasher Coochie K, baby. He saw that boy make a damn fool of the victims in the Diddy case when he was outside the courtroom with his double D's, girl, sprinkled and dazzled all in baby oil. Baby. He know what type of funky evil ass Judas level evil that comes with Miss Wiggins, child. Baby. Because what's going to happen, As soon as I don't tell you what you want to hear, soon as I try to be a good friend to you and tell you what you need to be told instead of what you want to hear, you're going to find some way to be the victim and find some way to make me the bad guy. And then you want to go down, burning down my damn campus and burning down my damn classrooms and burning down my goddamn campus because you in your feelings. Oh, no, ma'am. See, Kai know that shit about to get sticky. Letting a well-known messy motherfucker flip-flopping disloyal motherfucker ain't got no sense ass motherfucker through his shit. Okay? This how we all need to be, okay? Face fronting to the Holy Ghost. Shout out to Cenat.
Yeah, you were more changing within your soul.
Yeah, female rap.
We don't want that. No. We don't want that here in the universe. Okay. Gossip is not good.
But that's why I want to change it.
I just know, but this is not the opportunity. If you really want to change that, you will more than change it within your soul.
Okay.
Show more Armon Wiggins. Do you submit an application online?
Yeah.
Make sure more of that.
Okay.
This is not long term. You feel what I'm saying? You 38, gang.
Okay.
Come on, you live, bro.
Don't worry about the working.
You 38.
But I have a show on Tubi.
Courtney is here, but it's...
I have a whole talk show on Tubi that's about body
Yeah,
count.
No, girl, I got a little piece of show up over on Tubi. Baby, people got their whole YouTube channel on damn Tubi. That is not a damn accomplishment. Because I don't want to hear about that junkyard ass shit. I don't want to hear about that pull apart ass shit. I don't want to hear about that autos, all that shit, nigga. You can't impress me. Okay? I'm looking for those who for real, those who are authentic, those who really want to do this. And when I look at they shit on paper, it look like they really want to do this. You leading with all this. Oh, I got my little YouTube channel on Tubi where everything else that's on the dollar shelf is over at 2. Thinking he about to get in there with Clout Girl. Thinking that he about to get in there, girl, as a D- student. Baby, I bet you that bitch wish he would have turned that camera off now, girl. I bet you them crystals started vibrating, bitch, when he was asking the production girl, should I turn this on or off, girl? Them crystals probably tried to save his ass. Okay? But you know, he can't help himself, child. I bet you, girl, Baby, if it was me, girl, I would have sat down on top of the phone. Y'all would have been hearing everything, and then it just would have went black all of a sudden, bitch. And it would have been black because my big, fat, light-skinned ass would have been sitting right on top of the microphone in the lens, bitch. It would have been all she would have wrote. Why the girl just didn't scoop the phone under her cheeks? I mean, it's where the thong at. The thong in between the cheeks, girl. She should have just slid the damn phone between the cheeks. But baby, y'all wouldn't have heard all this. Y'all wouldn't have listened to the Lord scold me like this, baby, at the pearly gates. No, ma'am. This would not have been documented, girl, in the social media files. No, ma'am.
I want to see Armon Wiggins. You took about a whole bunch of
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for your
I
time.
like the jacket, though.
You know,
Jacket, please.
I'll just show up for you.
Okay.
I'll fuck with it. Good day, guys.
Wow. Girl, not the smile and the walk of fangs with the donkey veneers, girl, having to hold it together because this girl about to cry in the car, baby. She just got to make it to the car before she start crying, girl. Baby, she got to come out there like she was the 19th America's Next Top Model contestant, baby. And she just got to make it to the car, girl. I don't know how far the car is. I don't know if she in the parking lot, behind the parking lot. That's behind the parking lot, girl. She probably parked 3 miles down the damn road, girl. All she got to do, baby, is make it to the damn car at this point before she cries, child.
Okay.
This is not a wrong turn. You feel what I'm saying? You 38, gang.
Okay.
Stop talking about you live, bro.
I'm about to work it.
You 38.
But I have a show on Tuesday. I have a talk show.
Quick is here, but it's...
I have a whole talk show on Tuesday that's about body count.
He gonna tell a nigga who get more views on Twitch than CNN does on commercial cable television and talk about, I got a door cam. I got a door cam show on Tubi. Bitch. Tubi is so not a damn flex that they're uploading content to Tubi, girl, on floppy disk drives, girl. Y'all remember them long square disk drives, girl, that you used to have to put into the old school, the first version of the computer, girl, to load up your text and your pictures with, girl. Damn it, I got a little piece of show though, y'all. I got a little piece of show on Tubi. Girl, they upload in the Tubi with floppy disks. What is you talking? Apollo, get away from me with this.
You took an application online?
Yeah.
Make sure more of that.
Okay.
This is not long term. You feel what I'm saying? You 38, gang.
Okay.
Stop talking about you live, bro.
I'm about to work it.
You 38.
But I have a show on Tuesday. I have a talk show.
Quick is here, but it's...
I have a whole talk show on Tuesday that's about body count.
Baby, Cenat hit the damn principal desk so goddamn hard when he landed the FUCK, girl, that it vibrated through the damn room and the phone started damn twerking, baby. It actually shook and moved a little bit to the left. Look at this.
A whole talk show on Tuesday that's about body count.
Wow, baby! Kai did it for everybody, bitch. Kai humbled this bitch for Cardi, humbled this bitch for Megan, humbled this bitch for Nikki, humbled this bitch for CTV, humbled this bitch for Trasha Coochie K, baby, humbled this bitch for Jason Lee. Baby, Cenat did it for the motherfucking Gram, girl. Cenat did it for the motherfucking culture, bitch. I have pledged my undying allegiance, girl. Long as Cenat don't get no narratives on him like a PDF file, or he's some Satan worshiping MAGA loving freak, girl, he has my undying allegiance, baby. He did it for all of heaven and earth, girl. As it is above, so it shall be by law.
Two niggas here, but it's...
I have a whole talk show on Tubi that's about body count. Body count.
What?
On Tubi that's about body count. On Tubi that's about body count.
What happened?
About body count.
No.
About body count.
Girl, he gonna cry in a motherfucking car. He gonna cry in a motherfucking car. Wow.
Thanks for your...
Baby. Let me... Now Whitney Wiggins getting so scolded, girl, that she disrupted the interview, girl. All right, girl. I'm going, all right? Thank you for your service. Girl, not Casa, not scolded this bitch right on up out of the chair. She didn't even have to ask that girl to leave, girl. That girl left with the little bit of shred of dignity she had in her. My God. Oh no, he did dismiss that whole first. He said, "Have a good day." Oh my! Look, this is the energy I'm leading with from all 2026, baby. Baby, baby, anything that look evil, smell evil, is weird, and adjacent to evil, girl, I'm giving them the full Cenat 72 lashings on the plantation, baby. I'm giving the lashings out of the gate, baby. I'm rebuking and binding. Okay, girl, I'm about the energy, bitch. You ain't gonna even give me an opportunity for the body to show me what's up, girl. Woo, baby, I am so proud of Cenat. Because if this is the discernment he walking around with, your mama did something right, baby. Your mama raised you real good, girl. Cenat got a clean, good spirit.
Thanks for Armon Wiggins. And that's what we talk about a whole bunch of
Thank you.
Have a good day. Oh, Jesus.
I can show up for you. Okay. I'll fuck with it. Good day, guys.
Ooh, damn.
Are we done?
Oh, baby, you're done. Are we done, girl? Baby, that broccoli been done, girl. That broccoli been done. That broccoli was done years ago, girl. Yes, y'all are done. You specifically are done.
No.
Now he drop kicking Whitney Williams in the back. You using AI thumbnails. He talking about no, just lying out the baby. My God, today I cannot.
Are we done?
Not him beating that bitch all upside the back of her neck on the way out for using AI thumbnails.
Thank you. No.
Real bad girlfriend. Real bad friend. Girl, he did your real bad. He did your dirty real bad, baby.
Well, that was for the clip, y'all.
God.
But guess what? We're about to go fucking viral, bitch.
Baby, girl, that's why he ain't let your ass in there, because you're there for all the wrong reasons.
We're about to go viral. We're about to go motherfucking viral, watch. Because that clip
Woo, girl, that's exactly why he ain't let your ass up in his sanctuary, bitch. For all the wrong reasons, girlfriend. Girlfriend, you better treat your sober. Girlfriend, baby. That's, girl, she still ain't learned. This bitch just got kicked from the pearly gates, girl, talking about, girl, at least we finna go viral on my way back to hell. Baby, you can't teach these reprobates nothing, baby. They unlearnable, baby. Unlearnable, unteachable, baby. They inhuman, baby. Okay, it's another, but baby, a kind of human, baby. A kind of a human, baby.
He didn't like me.
I told you, she gonna cry. Oh God, I'm crumbling for her. If she wasn't so deserving of this, I would be more embarrassed than I am entertained. But because I do have empathy even for a gutter snipe right up out of the hood, like Miss Barnyard Wiggins, baby, you know, I still am just a little bit embarrassed for her. But she needed that. She had to have that. It was coming. It's been coming for a long time, okay? A long time. And you just proved the principle right, baby. He already knew you was there for a grift and for attention. You just trying to just be at the cool kids club just for the hell of being at the table for optics sake. He want people who are cool, okay? And because he cool, he can discern another cool bitch. That ain't you, baby, okay? See, that's the difference between somebody who used to dealing with authentic shit, so they can tell even at eye level, at sea level, the difference between an authentic Gucci bag and a black market beauty supply store, Chinese market ass type of Gucci bag. They ain't even got to look on the inside of the liner. They can see the way you toting it, bitch. That ain't the real thing. They can see the way that the sunlight reflecting off that shit, the way the wind is bouncing off that shit, girl. that ain't the real deal. My God. Girl, there are so many deep implications of the rejection and humiliation ritual and psychological and personality assessment that we just witnessed here, girl, that I could do a whole damn college level dissertation on this 3 minutes worth of juiciness sitting right on our screen. My God, gonna come in there bragging like he done did something in life. Oh, I gotta look. Oh, I talk about Cardi B all the time. Yeah, I got a little piece of content on Tubi, girl. They uploaded it with a floppy disk to Tubi. Yeah, baby, came in there, girl, thinking he big shot, and Cenat end up sniffing out a 304 instead, baby. Jesus. He came in there as the man. Barnyard Wiggins left out of there as his mama's son, as his mama's baby boy, baby. Baby, they had to give this bitch a participation certificate, girl. Girl, crying on the way out, girl. Oh, he ain't like me, y'all. He ain't really like me.
We're about to go.
Baby, as Nikki said, baby, real niggas ain't buying it. Real niggas don't buy it. Only niggas like him buy it. Real niggas ain't buying it, boo. That's the big difference between me and you. Girl, oh my God. I am tickled to no other end, girl. This is going down in social media here. Yeah, you right, bitch. You finally done went viral, and this time for all the right reasons.
We're about to go motherfucking viral, watch, because that clip is about to go. He didn't like me.
He ain't like me. Oh, God, I feel so bad. I feel kind of bad. I feel 1/3 bad for the girl. Jesus.
Bitch.
Trying to hold it together.
We're about to go viral.
Trying to hold it together. Trying to force the tears back.
We're about to go motherfucking viral, watch, because that clip is about to go.
All that fake is about to go viral shit, about to fade away in 2.3 seconds.
He didn't like me.
I thought y'all was about to go viral. Girl, she rollerblading onto the car. My God. There's too much going on in the world, y'all. But this has risen my vibration. It's so good to know, girl, that there are like righteous pillars in the world that just, you know, I'm glad that Cenat got so much clout of his own that he don't have to settle. I'm so glad that he's in a position where he is the clout. See, that's the difference between when you're trying to get to the clout and then when you become the clout. It's so refreshing. You know, we don't see too many people holding their shit together and being true and authentic to themselves and who have an actual interest in quality. Everybody trying to do what they got to do for a motherfucking Condat bar. So the fact that Cenat is genuinely interested in genuine, authentic motherfucking people who really doing this and want to do this and gonna doing this and damn near got evicted, kicked out of their mama's house, and still doing this right from the backyard tent. So refreshing to see people in the world who have an interest in the people who for real about some shit. Not the people cosplaying and pretending to be about some shit, but for real. Oh, baby, Cenat deserved to have his dick sucked by all the beautiful women within his age range. I hope that the community galvanizes together, baby, and the community of bad bees, baby, suck on that man weenie for the remainder of his damn life, baby. These the type of niggas we gotta stand behind, y'all. Okay? Coochie unite. All right? Baby, now, let's get into, girls, even darker shit. All right? Make sure that you guys run the likes all the way up. Honey the King is kinging for you all on this good Sunday night. So, over the weekend, girl, things went to the left, because Barnyard Wiggins. Hold on. Barnyard Wiggins. Let me do something real quick, y'all. Hold on. I should have had done this before I had got my blickies up here, girl. Hold on. I gotta put together a picture real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Y'all run the likes all the way up. Moderators, I need y'all to moderate, y'all. Y'all ain't got a wrench for nothing. Moderate it up. Let me see here. Let me put together this thing, girl, because over the weekend, child, before Miss Wiggins had got humbled, child, you know, she was just full of herself over the weekend, girl. I guess, girl, she was just in good spirit. She just knew that she was going to come there and enchant Cenat, and she just knew, you know, she was going to be on her way, girl, to a fun weekend field, you know, in the Streaming University dormitory, girl, posing in his pink thongs and stuff. Girl, he just knew he had it like that. Oh, yes, he did. So he was up there messing with his good Judy, Miss Milagro Gramz, who is fighting for her life right now in a lawsuit filed against her by Miss Megan Thee Stallion. For cyber stalking and harassment, child. And then you guys know that she had pushed on over to Barnyard Wiggins' platform, child. You know, after she had a little small court victory, child, when, you know, she wasn't found liable for that $15,000 defamation count and everything. She pushed on down there to Barnyard Wiggins Boulevard, baby. They was cackling, feeling so good about themselves, girl, because we all had been deemed. We all had been deemed, child. New media. Well, Megan appealed new media, girl, and undid all that shit. Now Miss Milagro is found liable for that $15,000 defamation count and is out there self-representing, and ain't, baby, new media been reduced to no media at all. Well, over the weekend, apparently Barnyard Wiggins was on, you know, I don't follow these people, so, you know, the people have to bring it to my front desk, girl. I started getting blued up through my emails and text messages over the weekend, girl. CTV, get to work, bitch, we need you. I'm like, what the hell going on? Well, apparently Wiggins was, I guess, in a Twitter space, maybe, somewhere, girl, running his veneer-ass mouth. And he was talking about how him and some of his supporters, I guess, are about to go to Bali, and he says something to the extent of, my supporters coming with me to Bali, while Milagro got her supporters coming to Texas to be raped and sexually assaulted. Ooh, what? Now, to add context to that statement, y'all know a few months after Megan Thee Stallion started suing the shit out of Milagro, 2 of Milagro's ex-Camp Mob members turned around and sued her ass for sexual assault, harassment, defamation, the whole motherfucking litany of things. Reread that lawsuit loud, live, and in color. We gave it all the coverage that needed to be given to it. And for those of you who might have forgotten, let me replenish your brain cells, child. Oh, it's so messy, Shay. It's so messy, child. Remember this lawsuit here? By Jordan Thomas and Antonio Tollfree, who is suing Milagro Scams, her LLC, suing the shit out of her husband. Alexander Jeffries, Airbnb, the place that housed and hosted the annual Camp Mob meetup. Okay, for those of you who don't know what the hell that is, the annual Camp Mob meetup is a yearly event that cult leader and disgraced blogger Milagro throws for all her messy ass supporters, and they meet up in Texas, girl, for a round of Jerry Springer action, girl. It's drinking and smoking and fucking and all type of things happen, girl. I don't know whether it's a Camp Mob meetup or, girl, a Diddy after party at this goddamn point. So Antonio and Jordan are suing the Airbnb because that's the event space that this tragic and unfortunate SA took place at. Yeah. Remember all of this, girl? Yeah. Now, Antonio and Jordan used to be frequent supporters, etc., girl. They done did this lady wigs. They done curled her syntheticas. Baby, they done did her bust downs, all type of things, girl. Okay? And they decided that they're going to sue the shit out of this bitch. Now, mind you, remember, during the Megan Thee Stallion case, not only did King Noir sit down for a deposition with Megan Thee Stallion's lawyers for her lawsuit, but Antonio and Jordan also did a deposition as well. Yeah. Remember when I told y'all, girl, that Rock Nation was outsourcing, girl, for people who knew Miss Milagro, honey? People who used to be a part of her camp, girl. So they were able to snatch up Antonio, Jordan, and King Noir for old nasty piece of deposition. And then shortly after that, girl, Antonio and Jordan filed their own lawsuit against this lady. So when Wiggins had said, I got my followers and supporters coming with me to Bali, while Milagro got her supporters coming to Texas to be SA, girl, this triggered up a final destination sequence of events, girl, that did not end up well for Miss Milagro. So I guess word got back to Miss Scams. So then she took to her digital dirty ass spaces and got the hoot and hollering. And instead of just focusing her comments and her feelings on Wendy Wiggins, she instead decided to start going in on Antonio and Jordan, calling their lawsuit a sham and a lie, calling them liars, and furthering injuring these people, putting out misinformation about them, just, getting low down, discrediting them, etc. Now, mind you, these are two people who were traumatized, according to their lawsuit. Okay? AJ is the partner who was apparently intentionally pushed out of the event while his partner was at the event inebriated and was led upstairs to a bedroom where he was allegedly SA'd. And according to the lawsuit, Milagro entered the room recorded the SA and then disseminated footage of that SA all around to Camp Mob members for further humiliation and embarrassment. Now, you guys know in our coverage of the situation, when the lawsuit was filed, Milagro tried to lie. Oh, I wasn't even there. They had to call me and tell me what was happening back at the event space. I wasn't even there. I was in my bed, child. I was in my bed. I wasn't even there. Then we got sent recordings of the goofy motherfucker following the events that took place at Camp Mob that year, having a moment where she wanted to reminisce and remember the times. And she's on station head bragging, telling me, yeah, y'all remember when girl, when I had broke into the room, girl, when I had broke into the room, bitch. I broke into the room and recorded the thing. You damn right, bitch. I broke into that room, girl. I got me a safety pin, and y'all know what scammer knows how to use, bitch. A safety pin, bitch. I got me a bobby pin, a safety pin, baby, and I went to task and went to work on the lock and broke into the room and recorded the whole thing. Mind you, the bitch lies so much that she be forgetting her own lies. That's how she got in the situation she got in with Megan Thee Stallion. And now she done got her ass in the same motherfucking situation with Antonio and Jordan. Because she done forgot that she done told the people, girl, that she was home. Nowhere near this situation. She was called in the middle of the night about the situation. They had to tell her and give her the rundown over the phone. She forgot she had to say all that out loud. And we had to play all of that out loud. Only for us to pull and play the beautiful being footage of her bragging about absolutely physically, materially being in the building and then breaking into the motherfucking room. Just lie. Okay? So she started going in on them. Now I'm going to read you the email. And I'm still getting emails, girl. I guess the people didn't think that I was going to go live and get into the business. I was waiting. Something told me to wait, girl. It was this Cenat shit that was going to be the icing on the cake, child. That was going to be a nice opening. Let me pull y'all. I'm still getting emails. So I just got an email. I ain't going to say from who. The email got sent to me at 9:25. It said, so one of the two victims said that he was contacted by the FBI. His phone was seized to investigate Mookie selling that Kaylin Walker child corn video. We'll get into all that. If you got questions, don't worry. I'm straightening everything out. He also stated that because she just will not let them be average citizens, and Chris, who I guess is a supporter of Milagro and Crystal Lake Girl, is targeting them to her thousands of viewers with lies. He's just so sick of it all. I did not get verification of what happened or if anything did happen as a result. However, the investigation may very well still be ongoing. Now, I got another email yesterday, okay? I ain't gonna say from who. It said, child is going down. I said, fill me in on everything. The person said, okay, so I made my Twitter Weird Largo. So y'all can find weird. Well, shit, I done said who the hell is from. I mean, this person outside, girl, in the shit anyway. So Weird Largo girl said, Mookie Milagro Gramz made another statement today while trying to attack Barnyard Wiggins, saying that the actual assault victims are liars and clout chasing, basically. So I posted the clip. Both victims came in hot today, providing receipts of being harassed, statements of her behavior, and want people to know. From the victims, Milagro lied in the deposition. Alex, her husband, refuses, allegedly, to respond to the lawsuit. They're both ignoring all emails. They are protecting the locations of John Doe and John Doe 2, which there's the John Does. There's other people who Antonio and Jordan are wanting to hold accountable as well. And only Milagro and her imaginary ass husband know the location and the specifics, girl, on John Doe's 1 and 2. And they're needing them to run them that. Okay? And still gang stalking, and attacking. Then I was sent the Twitter leak, etc. Boom, 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 boom. Then boom, bitch, I was contacted by the victims, specifically by AJ, aka Antonio. Okay? Now, remember last year I told you guys, I think I had mentioned to you guys that Antonio had reached out to me and we had a chit chat, and Antonio will be sitting down with me right here on the Consciouztv platform to give an exclusive when all this is said and when all this is done, okay? Antonio will be here, girl, out live and in the motherfucking color with the king of all kings, all right? Well, Antonio had hit me up again right after I got these emails. And with this narrative being that the FBI could potentially be involved in investigating the Kaylin Walker situation in connection to Milagro Gramz, I can confirm to you that that is true. There is an investigation taking place. Now, let's get into some more details before I give you guys some more information. Kaylin Walker. Do you guys remember who Kaylin Walker or know who Kaylin Walker is? Matter of fact, let's pull up Kaylin Walker. He played in the movie Superbad or Superfly. If you guys saw Superfly, where all my screaming niggas, okay? He was one of the co-stars. Superfly actor Kaylin Walker sentenced to 50 years in prison for sexual assault. Actor and rapper Kaylin Walker has been sentenced to 50 years to life for sexual assault. Walker was convicted in April of 3 counts of forcible rape, 1 count of assault to commit oral copulation, 2 counts of statutory rape, and 2 counts of rape by intoxication, according to the LA County District Attorney's Office. He was acquitted on 2 counts of forcible rape and 1 count of sexual penetration by force, according to a spokesperson from the District Attorney's Office, who added that Superior Court Judge Joseph Brandolino required Walker to register as an ex-offender for the rest of his life. Walker, 27, appears in the 2018 remake of the 1970s film Superfly and starred alongside Halle Berry and Daniel Craig in 2017 drama Kings. He was arrested in LA in September of 2018 and accused of a series of sexual assaults on 4 aspiring models who he contacted through social media and promised opportunities to, police said. Authorities said the allegations dated to 2016. Walker was arraigned a month later on 9 felony sexual assault charges and was held on more than a $1 million bail before eventually being released. He was rearrested in March of 2019 when 6 new victims were added to the case and then released on reduced bond in November of 2020. He went back into custody earlier that year after his April conviction, the district attorney's office said. Attorney Andrew Filer said Walker's sentence is draconian and called the trial very, quote-unquote, unfair. Walker's defense team plans to appeal the sentence, Filer says. That appeal has not been successful. Kaylin Walker is currently serving his time in prison for being a rapist. Now, the very effed up thing about this whole case is, just like Tory Lanez, Kaylin Walker reached out to Queen of Mammy Island, Milagro Gramz, who at this point has a pattern of being a peak Misha, being male-identified, and being an extreme overbearing clout chaser who will literally do anything for a Klondike bar. So apparently Kaylin Walker popped up in one of Milagro's Discord spaces when all of these allegations were surfacing and charges were being disseminated because he needed another blogger to be a counter blog to the narratives that were being perpetuated against him by the other bloggers. Instead of Milagro leading investigators and DA and prosecution to do what the fuck they do, and instead of allowing the victims who were participating in an active criminal case to be properly vetted by the authorities, and just letting that process be as integral as it can so that whatever the truth was could be gotten to, Miss Milagro ended up doing what the hell she did for Tory for Mr. Kalen Walker, which is his dirty work. So she started going in on all the victims. She started talking mad shit, smearing the girls, doing all this stuff before having any type of proof, before any outcome of the investigation. Instead of her as a woman who has daughters empathizing with other black women in the situation, once again, in a rush to run to the niggas' defense, just like she did in Tory's case, instead of being able to relate to Kelsey and relate to Megan as black women who have a higher rate of being subjected to femicide and intimate partner violence, she runs to aid and abet the perpetrators instead. Shout out to the 363 folk in the building. Them likes need to be equivalent to the views, y'all. Don't forget to like while you sucking up all of the cane, baby. Okay, this is a transactional relationship. Oh, yes, it is. So she went to doing all this, all that, dragging the victims through here and there, girl, taking them through there, taking them through there, taking them through there, to the point that it got so disgusting that even some of her own supporters started calling her the fuck out. And she started receiving backlash for how hard she was going on these girls who she did not know for what nigga she also did not know. And then it ended up being true, and proof ended up coming from one of the victims, which then forced Milagro to have to publicly give these girls an apology. It was a very sorry, pitiful, insincere apology that was only given because she was getting backlash. But to make it worse, Milagro went as far, allegedly, girl. I gotta say allegedly because, you know, I'm a commentator. Allegedly. And we're going to get into the nuance of allegedly. So allegedly, Kalen Walker, in an attempt to legitimize the narrative that Milagro was putting out in his favor, that this was not grape, that this was all consensual XCX, he sent her a recording of himself and one of the victims in the case actively engaging in sex. But this was a victim who was saying that was grape, not sex. So Milagro first saw the footage, had the footage, and then started giving commentary on the footage. Oh, this was not great. It looks consensual. It looks like this, that, and the third. Oh, this looks like me when I'm getting motorboated, when I'm, I mean, just girl flipping and dipping the narrative every which way. Now, mind you, I think this particular victim was also drugged or inebriated, I believe, as well. Milagro was so pressed and so male identified for a nigga who wasn't paying her in dick, wasn't paying her in coin, and was barely even paying her ass attention, only paying her attention because she was goofy and male identified enough to be used as a goddamn scapegoat. I wonder if him and Tory had a conversation, because it's weird how Milagro is like the pass around scapegoat. She's the pass around scapegoat for guilty ass niggas. That's kind of weird. I think there's a private conversation that be going on amongst abusive ass men. Like, whenever we in trouble, girl, we gonna use Milagro. The bar is set very, very, very low. It don't even exist. But Milagro also went one step further than just giving commentary about the footage that was now in her possession directly from Kalen. She held apparently a Zoom meeting. She made people pay to get into this Zoom call. Those who purchased to be a part of the Zoom call were then able to see the footage, which Milagro allegedly played on her laptop for all those who paid to get into the Zoom call to see. So God knows how many people, hundreds of people, potentially thousands of people who got to see. Now, first of all, that's an invasion of privacy. For one, it's revenge porn. For two, these were not two adult entertainers whose content is up on Twitter. These are two. One is a celebrity and one is a private citizen. You don't have the right to show that person in an intimate act. Ain't this what this dumbass goofy hoe got charged with in the Megan Thee Stallion case? Disseminating links of a deep fake AI video of Megan Thee Stallion getting rummaged. Baby, seems like old habits die hard, if at all. But this is where the story gets worse. Not only did Milagro allegedly make people pay $5, and her supporters have been over here, her ex-supporters have been over here. They corroborated that this happened. Some of them themselves witnessed this event, paid for this event. Not only did she charge for people to see a private citizen in an intimate act and then play that footage, but then it came out that the person was a minor in the fucking footage. That the young woman in question, that Milagro was all around Discord and YouTube and social media and Instagram and Rumble and TikTok and Facebook and every goddamn where else, that she was saying consented, whose intimate moment she was profiting from and allegedly selling, was also underage. Underage, was a minor. Now check this out. Kaylin Walker has had multiple victims come in bundles after each other. They charged him initially, then more victims came. Had to charge him again. Well, authorities are not done with Kaylin Walker's ass, because they're coming forward now to investigate the claims around Milagro having in her possession footage that is illegal for her to have because it's considered child porn. Even if it was an adult, it's illegal to have because it's of someone being raped and of a private citizen. But this person is allegedly underage, and they're looking to investigate those claims and to potentially criminally charge Miss Milagro. So they ended up reaching out to, guess who you know? Mr. Antonio, the same victim who's suing Mrs. Milagro Gramz, him and his partner, for also in their case, old habits die hard, right? Here it is. We have her allegedly selling this Kaylin Walker footage, her disseminating links to the deep fake AI video of Megan. Then in Jordan and Antonio's case, she apparently recorded that and sent that all around to fellow camp mob members as well. But I was sent the proof that the FBI is investigating this claim. And here are the receipts, girl, of them sitting down with Antonio for an interview and evidence of this whole Zoom Kaylin Walker underage situation. Yeah. Okay. This is the card that Antonio was given following his interviews with the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, particularly the victims unit, in case anything else comes up, in case he has and comes across any more victims or comes across other individuals who also have receipts of this footage in the Zoom call being performed. Here's the email. Okay, here is FBI agent. Let's aim for 12 p.m. on Thursday. For now, our address is here. When you are at the guard shack, give me a call. Also, send me your driver's license info so I can clear you with security. Also, bring any supporting documentation with you that supports the allegations. Thanks, Hong. Okay, here's the email as well. As you guys can see here, a follow-up on phone extraction and contact with New Orleans King. We'll get into that. Anytime Thursday afternoon will work. Please let me know once you have a better idea of the actual time. So here it is. They were trying to get the scheduling together, possibly Thursday afternoon. And as you guys can see here, Special Agent Hong, Child Exploitation and Human Trafficking Task Force from the FBI. Let me blow that up for you. Now, here's where shit gets even stickier in this situation. Not only does Antonio being called in as a witness, Antonio had the proof of his purchase to get into that Zoom call, and he ended up recording what Milagro them was showing them. And the FBI currently has his phone in the evidence chambers, extracting those recordings. And that phone will remain in their custody until said investigation is cleared. So now you have someone who has proof of this event. That evidence has been given over to the FBI. They have that footage. They have the Zoom links. They have all the things they need. Now, as you guys see here from the second email, where is it? Let me see here. Oh, follow up on phone extraction and contact with King Noir. Remember when we went back to King Noir? Because I'm going to show y'all how this is a real thing. Because of course they're going to say he's lying. I mean, that's what Camp Mob does. They also said that Mick was lying. They also said that Milagro never disseminated links, and then we showed the recording and played the recording of her disseminating links. They also said she never took money from Tory Lane's daddy. And then we got the Zelle payments. We don't give a fuck what they say anybody's doing. Camp Mob has no credibility, and it's their job to defend their cult leader. It's their job to deflect, deny, deflect, deny, deflect, and deny. But the only people who keep coming out on top always and forever are the actual victims as it relates to Mrs. Milagro. Now, mind you, remember last year, when Megan was suing the shit out of Milagro. Remember when I told y'all that King Noir was going to sit down and also do a deposition? He could have been possibly a witness in the case, and then he ended up sitting down for a deposition, and he ended up being one of the prosecutor's witnesses in the case. He took the stand and gave a very emotional telling of his relationship to Mrs. Scams, etc. Well, within that deposition and interview, one of the reasons they wanted to talk to King Noir is not only because Milagro had shared intimate things with him about her relationship to Tory Lanez and Milagro and Tory conspiring against Megan to put out all this disinformation and misinformation, which was proven to have happened. That's why Milagro, in the beginning of the lawsuit last year, had to go back in and recorrect statements and all of this and all of that because of the intentional disinformation and misinformation she had put out about the shooting case between Megan and Tory. Well, another reason why they were interested in King Noir is because Meg's team was inquiring about the Kaylin Walker narrative, because what they essentially were trying to do was, if they needed to, was establish Milagro has a pattern of behavior behind maliciousness, behind intentionally targeting victims, disseminating intimate content, inappropriate content about people, etc. So all of that was a part of the investigation and the Q&A between Meg's attorneys and King Noir. And then remember, Jordan and Antonio, because remember, Camp Mob also said they were lying. They were lying about sitting down with Meg, and they weren't, because Meg's paperwork acknowledged that they sat down for a deposition as well. While Camp Mob was out here calling everybody liars, everybody's lying. I guess the only bitch who can tell the truth apparently is Miss Milagro Scams on this bitch. Yeah, on what timeline? On what MCU timeline? And what alternate reality does the truth ever come from that? So they were picking up where they left off, because King Noir shared with me that while he didn't have certain things to give to them, he knew other people who might have those things. So I don't know if King Noir's interview with Meg's attorneys led to them then contacting Antonio and Jordan, because we were trying to figure out, like, well, damn, what Antonio and Jordan got to do with this? It had to do with this. So I'm going to tell you what I think. With Meg's team already trying to do a deep dive and figure out what they can extract as it relates to the Kaylin Walker disseminating of this intimate content, because that would have been in relationship to parts of Megan's cyber stalking defamation lawsuit, since the bitch was accused of disseminating a deep fake AI. So there is a correlation between both of those things. And when it comes to any type of case, if you have to prove a pattern of conduct, you always want to, because that just helps to be more persuasive upon a jury and a judge in this case. But with Meg already doing a deep dive, I feel like Meg's team were accomplishing two things. Just in case we really got to hardball this trial, because they may present some good defenses, and we really got to stick it to their ass, let's go ahead and bring people in who know this bitch, who have witnessed other similar things she's done to other individuals, how she's targeted, harassed, allegedly revenge corn some of her ex-supporters, etc. Because, you know, they had a whole inappropriate room in Discord called the Playboy room and the butt naked room and the freaky and funky room. We even had a lot of ex-Camp Mob members who came onto the platform saying, girl, that all of they NUDEs, girl, are in those rooms too. And they claimed and told me directly in front of all of y'all that she, when they all fell out, that she used that content. She used footage and videos of them to retaliate against them. So I believe that was the first thing Meg was wanting to accomplish, is a pattern of conduct first, just in case the jury was going to be tough. Secondly, I told y'all from the jump, baby, this was never about no motherfucking money. For all the people that was gagging Megan Thee Stallion, oh, she spent millions in attorneys and she thought she was going to get millions. Megan didn't give a fuck about no damn millions. She know that bitch was broke. She know that bitch lives in a double wide. She know that's trailer park trash. When has Milagro ever given millions, girl? The lady is in a pamper in the dark in a trailer, in a townhouse, for God's sakes. Where would Megan have came to the conclusion, girl, that Milagro was gonna have millions of dollars when she watched the bitch struggle just to have functional attorneys? The bitch had to take charity. Remember, her first bundle of attorneys came from a nonprofit. And she couldn't even sustain them. They ended up bailing in the middle of the damn case. Where was Megan going to get the idea that I'm going to sue her to get millions of dollars from her? Are y'all delusional? This was never about no damn money. This was about Megan wanting Milagro to suffer. She wanted to avenge herself and draw metaphorical blood out of that bitch. The way that Milagro had teamed up with a man who had traumatized her, who she could have lost her life behind that night, who also set off a chain of events that led to the breakdown between her and her best friend and manager, Kelsey Harris. She lost so much shit behind that Tory Lanez ordeal. Her mental health has not been the same. She had to go and get real mental life help. Had to be put in a whole facility to deal with the trauma around that event. And here it is, Milagro couldn't find her nothing else to do but to team up like Robin with a failed-ass, disgraced Batman to take down Megan over an event that actually was true, that happened as it was said to have happened. So Megan was like, it's certain things I'm going to find everything I can do legally against this bitch. I can't go papa ass, obviously, because I ain't about to be in an orange jumpsuit with Tory Lanez. But if what we're hearing, because remember, Rock Nation was making their rounds. They were talking to bloggers. They contacted a bunch of us. And they got word that apparently this lady had disseminated child porn across a Zoom link for personal profit and gain for a man who was in fact guilty of the crimes associated with him. So they said, you know what? Let's explore that. Let's talk to the people who allegedly witnessed this, who was allegedly there. And then what we're going to do is we are going to slide that information over to the DOJ. We'll slide that information right on over to, the FBI, particularly the Child Exploitation and Human Trafficking Task Force. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. And just when this wickedy whack ass, flat booty ass, pinch ponytail wearing ass, heathenistic, godless whore think she's done with one, she's going to be pulled up by some. Oh, baby, this was about being dirty. This was about Meg getting into her villain era. Didn't Meg say... Hold on, let me tell y'all what Megan said. I think y'all forgot. Didn't Meg say it gets scary for you hoes? Meg said all this. She prophesied it. This ain't nothing new. I'm not unveiling anything that's new. Meg prophesied it. Y'all must have forgot when Meg said this.
I'm who every nigga wife here, big thigh nightmare. I'm the boogie bitch, oh I'm every nigga tight, yeah. Jury so cold, babies broke, bitches goosebumps. White ghosts rolling through the hood, look like blue clubs. Say my name like Candy Mane and bitch, you know I'm there. These hoes wish they saw me when they looking in the mirror. Red bottoms on my feet, Bloody Mary on my toes. Every time I pop out, it gets scared for you hoes. Yeah, it gets scared for you hoes. Every time I pop out, it gets scared for you hoes. Red bottom on my feet, Bloody Mary on my toes. Every time I pop out, it gets scared for you hoes.
Didn't Megan say she shows up in the mirror like Bloody Mary? Didn't she say when she popped out, it was going to get scary? It was going to get spooky? That spooky things were going to happen? Y'all thought this was about money. I've been trying to hint to y'all for the past year and a half. This ain't got shit to do with no motherfucking money, baby. You're looking in the wrong direction. You're not following the Easter eggs. That's why you got to be subscribed right here to Consciouztv, bitch. I'm the only motherfucker who gonna give y'all the in between the corner, the nook, and the crevices. I've been trying to hint it to y'all. I couldn't even share certain things, but I was trying to dribble, trying to give y'all some little Easters. Now the Easters are Eastering. And certain things are coming out and open that's been going on since Meg first sued this whole FBI investigating this whole Kaylin Walker Zoom link shit is directly connected to Megan Thee Stallion. They were all, her and her team were exploring this Kaylin Walker shit, and it never even showed up in the litigation, but it was showing up in the depositions. They were galvanizing and getting all the information so that they can hand over to the FBI something that would be enough for the FBI to take personal interest in. And because of who that information came from, because of who those depositions were held by, a legit artist who also won her defamation lawsuit against this person, and these professional interviews, aka depositions, were had, the FBI has every reason to look into what Megan Thee Stallion's team extracted from the interviews and the interviewees that they spoke to. We got people who were interviewed during the Megan Thee Stallion's lawsuit who have not even come forward as people who sat down for deposition. Y'all only aware of King Noir and only aware of Antonio and Jordan. There are people who sat down for depositions who have not even been publicly identified yet. For all y'all know, the young woman who is in this footage with Kaylin Walker could have sat down for a deposition with Meg Singh. Could have provided statements. Could have provided whatever information she may or may not have. Megan told y'all that when she popped out, it was going to get scary for you hoes, particularly this hoe named Milagro. This is far from over, and with Milagro now being on the FBI's radar, not simply. And can't y'all see from the email correspondence, they mention King Noir a follow-up on phone extraction. Okay, they took his phone, extracted said evidence, as my boy YB would say, and contact with King Noir. Now, I didn't think about this until now, but it seems like the FBI done spoke with King Noir as well, is what this headline is reading. Damn, Document Team, shout out to Document Teams on YouTube and Twitter, who always got the paperwork girl, says, damn, I had a screenshot of them being on that particular Zoom, but I again lost it. Well, baby, they got more than just a screenshot at this point, because AJ told me himself that he had the actual recording, and that's why he had to give over his phone. And they still have his phone in custody and will be keeping that phone until investigation clears. It more than likely won't be getting his phone back, obviously, with that content in it, because they're building a case. And y'all know how the feds work. They work methodically. They work very patiently. They don't do no quick 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, because by the time, bitch, they come to a conclusion in their case, they want to be able to go before a judge and a grand jury and pretty much guarantee warrant, guarantee arrest, guarantee condemnation. They're not like the police. They don't do no quick 1, 2, 1, 2. They don't jump in off the rip, then have to work backwards and correct shit and release people. The feds don't work like that. They work long. They work methodically. And they're going for the long haul, because by the time they pull the trigger, bitch, they want an absolute. That's why the feds have such a high conviction rate. They do no sloppy work. They also don't keep your ass informed either. They don't tell you what's happening as the case that's developing, no nothing. They just go in to do their investigation. And then you see things as they happen. And that's it, and that's all. They don't provide no details. They don't provide no progress report, no nothing. So there's been a phone extraction and contact with King Noir. And now Antonio has had multiple interviews. And obviously what he provided has substantiated said claims, because they had to call him back in for another scheduled sit down. Imagine, in the words of Dominique Morgan, not only being a felt social media blogger who has to live with being successfully sued by a multi-million-dollar Grammy Award-winning nominated artist for being nothing more than a pigeon to a nigga who's serving a 10-year big and will be extradited to the caves of Canada upon his release, never to see the front yard and lawn of the White House ever again. He will be looking at an American flag girl from Google Maps when Megan is done with him. But then you get sued by two of your own supporters for facilitating and aggravating and pretty much being complicit and a co-conspirator in a sexual assault. And you've already been found guilty of disseminating deep fake AI, which is a form of sexual assault. Revenge porn, creating deep fakes of people, that's a form of sexual assault and harassment. But then imagine all of this is leading to a bigger, darker outcome for Miss Milagro and being found guilty of being a co-conspirator in child porn and SA. There's too much perversion around Milagro. you already had an irrational obsession with this woman's sex life by trying to make a deep fake of her in an actual position go viral. And then openly lied about not being on the ground when your entrusted followers were being essayed, only to turn around and laugh and try to reminisce with your followers about how you broke into the room that night and recorded that event and then shared it around Camp Mob. But then all of your sick ass, evil ass ways from a few years ago regarding this Kaylin Walker Zoom link situation where you thought it was cute to help a man you didn't know, paying you endowment, bitch, and attention, spread narratives on other Black women who were actually legitimately victims, and then you actually got the evidence of it. And instead of shutting your rabbit ass motherfucking mouth and running your ass down to an FBI agent to inquire about why you would be sent intimate footage of another private citizen, you decided once again to see how you could monetize and how you could profit from another Black woman's pain, just like you had done with Megan, and now just like you're doing with this Kaylin Walker video. And to actually think that, and to be so narcissistically full of yourself that you actually thought that you were going to get away with that. That you thought you could brag about it openly. That you could remember, y'all. Remember, remember when I broke into the room, y'all. Remember when you sold footage of another woman being abused and taken advantage of and drugged by a nigga who's doing life in prison? I mean, this bitch has been on the like guttural wrong side of history in like the worst way. You know, like this is not the same, right? As like getting a story wrong. This ain't the same as like, you know, you commentate on the story, you lean one way for whatever reason you lean, and then it turns out it was the other way. Okay, fine. We're talking about this woman has a consistent pathology of aligning with actual criminals who are doing actual real life time, who are on actual ex-offender registries, while she's out here sucking the asshole of Nicki Minaj, who's married to an ex-offender. She was out here defending Kaylin Walker, a man serving a life sentence and will have to register on the ex-offender registry alongside Kenneth Petty. There's something really wrong. And it's been wrong for a long time. And it's weird that Barnyard Wiggins never did a deep dive on his bestie. Hell, we did the deep dive before he did, bitch, and he the one sharing his platform and all this and all that with her. But once again, anything for a Klondike bar, right? Could you imagine the headlines? Could you imagine when the FBI gathers a warrant for her arrest? Because even if you separate the child exploitation, let's say hypothetically that the young lady in the footage is of consenting age. Let's say that. She profited off of the invasion of another private citizen's life. That's a crime in our country. You cannot invade people's privacy. Disseminating footage of two people in an intimate act who are not adult entertainers, and then having the unmitigated gall to profit off the shit. And then only to find out that this person was a victim of Kaylin Walker. And possibly this person is a minor at that. See, they're really circling back for Kaylin, because as we read from the article, the investigation kept stacking because more people kept coming forward. And now, in my opinion, Megan's team kicked all this off because they were already investigating people, ex-camp mob members, specifically about the Kaylin Walker situation. I was telling y'all that then. I told y'all that. Y'all will be seeing things play out as they play out, baby. Let me tell you something, baby. CTV will tell you a motherfucking joke, but CTV will never tell you a motherfucking lie, bitch. Something CTV don't do, bitches, we don't lie over here. It ain't no point in lying. Ain't no profit in lying. I'd rather go down for being a truth seeker and a truth teller than to go down for being a liar. And anything that we don't know to be true for ourselves, we allege. We cite our sources. We say who's talking, girl, whether it's the streets, whether it's hiphop.com, Source, the Neighborhood Talk, TMZ, whether it's the paperwork that's going, girl, we do this. Baby, the only type of suits that can be filed against me, bitch, are frivolous ones. Because, you can file a suit. Anybody can file one. Just like anybody can file a police report. But what don't come out in the wash always comes out in the rents. And that's a win for CTV. I told y'all last year this shit was going on. Y'all thought I was joking. Y'all thought the Kane was joking. So Megan Thee Stallion team kicked all this shit off. They were already investigating, talking to King Noir, brought in AJ Dem. And remember, AJ Dem wasn't even a part of the case in terms of the witness says. Meg was poking around, bitch, feeling around at that Kaylin Walker shit. And everything that they extracted, everything they were told, everything that they passed that right along, girl, to the Miss FBI who have entered the group chat, girl. And they've apparently been talking to King Noir, girl. They done talk to AJ and then 20, ain't no telling who else the hell they done talk to, girl. And they're circling the block to stack more onto Kaylin Walker. Because cases don't end, bitch, just because you got tried and sentenced and found guilty thereof. In one case, there are people who got multiple great convictions. Multiple murder convictions. Multiple, girl. Just because you've been found guilty in one case and charged to 1 trillion goddamn years, girl, and 1 trillion lifetimes and incarnations. They've already done this in the Kaylin Walker. This will be them coming around the mountain for the 3rd time on his ass. And as long as people come forward and evidence comes forward, they'll keep coming around that mountain. He already don't got the complexion for the protection, my lady. And Milagro is just a casualty of war. Megan there might have been intentional, obviously, in targeting her. Because, all this is legal, girl. Like, it ain't our fault that you held that Zoom call. Like, you did all that. You bragged about that. You put yourself in a position to do all that. And Megan is just dribbling the ball, girl. You the one who showed up on the court ready to play. See, Megan doing all her shit legally. She doing legal pettiness. Milagro's who Megan and want, and that's who they've been getting. The FBI is really after Kaylin again, but Milagro is going to go down with his ass as a co-conspirator. Two for the price of one. And has she just had proxy to him? Has she just even, been on the side and used her platform to defend him? That ain't illegal, even if he ended up being guilty. But bitch, you done went and shared this footage with dozens and hundreds of people. Made hundreds and dozens of $5. off of people, putting on a cape, bitch, for a supervillain in Gotham instead of being a righteous vigilante. Because see, even when you are a vigilante, you know, as I am, we do take bad guys down over here. You can end up in the same positions as a raggedy bitch because bad guys never take anything laying down. Bad guys retaliate. They'll try to punish you for telling the truth. They'll try to punish you because they're on their bald-headed whole shit. They'll try to do raggedy shit to suppress the righteousness of it all, the truth of it all. But then sometimes, you know, when you are a raggedy bitch, you're getting the rundown from righteous people. Milagro done found herself on the wrong side of history. She's found herself on the side of history that can't be defended. She doesn't have a lullaby or an alibi. She's already self-representing in the post-litigating following the Megan Thee Stallion case, which I want to reiterate to you all who think that she only owes Megan $75,000. No, she does not. She's been found liable on all 3 counts, including the defamation count, which was overturned out of her favor into Meg's favor. So she owes her $75K for the count. But remember, the judge said that once they're done with all post-litigation, all appeals, when the case has came to a rest, Megan Thee Stallion will also be able to slide in her attorney fees and her court fee invoices as well for a full monetary judgment. Because remember, a part of her being found guilty for disseminating the deepfake AI was that she would have to be then responsible for Meg's attorney fees and lawyer fees. And we know with her suing Milagro over the course of basically a year and 4 months, because she sued the bitch, October 2024. It was either on Halloween, baby, she trick-or-treated that bitch. And then trial wrapped up whenever it wrapped up last year, the end of last year, yeah. And then remember, Meg had to put the attorneys on it even before the official lawsuit was filed because the attorneys had to come in, they had to do their homework, they had to score through all this bitch's shit, watch all this bitch's content. So you know that the attorney fees and the lawyer fees are going to be crazy. Hell, Cardi B's attorney fees were $1 million. I can imagine that Meg's attorney fees are going to be somewhere between, they're definitely going to be in 6 figures. If not $1 million, but definitely 6 figures. Anywhere between probably 1 to 500,000 plus the $75K. So I don't know why you around here trying to get people to donate to pay up $75K, bitch. The legal fees haven't been concluded, my love. You might as well save all your begging, baby, for the end. For the end of the end of the end of days. You're going to be on a lot more than $75K when Meg slides those receipts, baby, for the attorney and court fees. Survivor One says Ann had to pay for Meg's attorney fees again if she loses. The goddamn appeal. Yeah, because see, Megan is having to spend. As long as they're litigating, Megan's spending. So if Milagro was smart, she just would have shut the fuck up. I don't know why she was goofy enough to keep running. She's still running her mouth. She over there on Station Head. Somebody sent me the link of her reading. I think it's on Weird Lardo Alago's Twitter page of her over there, girl, getting into Klay Thompson allegedly saying that Megan Thee Stallion is ghetto and da-da-da-da. Why you still got your rabbit ass mouth on this fucking ladies? How, like, are these people sadomasochists? Are they do you have a particular fetish for torture and torment, bitch? Ain't you was just crying on Beyonce's internet 2 weeks ago, girl, about how your children gonna be living out of a damn luxury cardboard box if the judge doesn't honor your stay motion to block Meg collecting on the judgment, which wasn't even necessary to begin with, because all economic entitlement and reimbursement ain't going to really hit the ground running until all of this is complete. But you would think that with a bitch crying to her followers, girl, about the new tractor trailer her and her children going to be living off of, girl, the new double wide, the new 18-wheeler, girl, they're going to be living out of the back of, child, that Megan Thee Stallion's name, girl, would be like sunlight to a vampire to this bitch. But just can't stop, won't stop, therefore gonna be stopped. So you already having to self-litigate because all the attorneys, girl, who walked out of the courthouse, yeah, we feel happy. I know they don't feel too happy now, girl. They thought they kind of did a little bit of their big one, girl, when they got that defamation count dropped, only for that shit to be reversed. And then after they left that courthouse, girl, Milagro never saw them people again, bitch. Her and ChatGPT been best friends, so her and Claude AI, girl, been best friends, girl, since the attorneys left, child. And she better hope that she's using ChatGPT correctly and she's going behind ChatGPT to verify and clarify, because there's a lot of attorneys like Tony Busby and Tyrone Blackburn who also been using ChatGPT, girl, to litigate only for ChatGPT to be citing case laws that don't exist, statutes that don't motherfucking exist, resulting in judges saying, girl, that these are AI hallucinations being brought into their courtrooms, girl. But then you in a second lawsuit with ex-camp mob members, and now the FBI done into, well, they've been into the group chat since last year. This is when you move to Mexico and you go decide to be a maid for a nice Mexican family and learn how to speak, Espanol, Diablo, you go and learn a new language. This is the part of Milagro's storyline arc where she copy and pastes Jada Pinkett Smith and set it off, bitch. And the next scene is her with a big ass sombrero hat, bitch, on the Greyhound, honey. And then the next scene after that is her, girl, in the afternoon day in the mud house, bitch, with clippers to her head, baby, shaving what's remaining of the pinch ponytail that she got, girl, and spending the rest of her life professionally, girl, as a Hispanic maid. Like, this is the part, girl, where you go be the DEI hire in another country, bitch. Because the failure upon 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 the failure of it all is enough, girl, for anybody to reasonably conclude, girl, that social media is not for them and it's time to retire. Girl, this is the retirement storyline arc. Don't nobody want to be you, bitch. At this point, you don't even want to be you, bitch. You ain't got shit for nobody to be jealous of. You ain't got shit for nobody to want. Ain't the hoe was on here crying a few months ago, girl, when she thought that Barnyard Wiggins bitch was in the round of hirees, girl, for a position at a damn radio station that wasn't even real, girl. That was drewed up by ChatGPT. And she on I cry about why she ain't got a head. Well, just because you give head don't mean you're going to get a head. Yeah. Yeah. See, just because you're good at head and just because you might give lots of head don't mean that you're going to get a head. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And now you're stuck in post-litigations, losing out of the ass, going bankrupt. If she had, should I give it that? Should I give it that? I'm going to give it that because I'm a generous king. We always try to throw even a bitch we don't fuck with even a little bit of a bone because the king is truly got the love of heaven within him at the end of the day. If she was smart, not that it's going to matter anyway, girl, because if what Antonio says he has in his phone, girl, and the emails have acknowledged, girl, that there's been phone extraction. The FBI don't extract your phone, bitch, when there's nothing to extract. There had to be things worth extracting out of Antonio's phone for there to be an extraction. The FBI don't take void evidence. But if she were something kind of smart, not that once again in the end is going to matter because if the FBI is coming, bitch, you're cooked. And you're going to be doing jail time. Like they're saying that Trashy K is going to be doing some jail time, girl, because they done went and proved that them hoes done committed bankruptcy fraud. But if she was smart, she would file Chapter 7, Chapter 11 bankruptcy, girl, because if you can't pay Megan, you damn sure can't pay Antonio then. And you're going to be in the same situation because I do believe that Antonio and Jordan's case is that they're going to have major favor. We've seen some of the evidence, girl, because Milagro was stupid enough to post some of the evidence. She didn't even know that the evidence didn't even exonerate her. It actually further incriminated her and proved Antonio and Jordan's point. She gonna put out evidence under the guise. She put out a whole piece of footage from that Camp Mob event to prove that there was no SA under the guise that, oh, they were drunk. See, they were drunk. They were drunk. Nobody forced them to do anything. No. You big goofy dummy. That's their whole point, bitch, in the lawsuit. Is that Antonio was too inebriated to consent to any sexual experience. And guess what? Under Texas statute 1.34567, bitch, an inebriated person cannot consent to any type of sexual encounter. Therefore, if that inebriated person wakes up sober the next morning, and when they look at who the fuck they was with the previous night and conclude that this was not an experience they would have been a part of if they were well within their right of mind, and that this was not an experience that they would have had here under these circumstances, and that under normal circumstances, that this is not something that would have happened this way under these conditions or have happened with this said person, guess what they can do, bitch? Go right on down there. And not only can they apply a civil suit, bitch, they can apply a criminal one. Now, I don't know what the statute of limitations are on SA in Texas, because the situation might have exceeded that for a criminal case, maybe. But if it hasn't, girl, they can not only sue you civilly, they can actually press criminal charges. And her whole thing was they were drunk. And then her whole thing was, and then she's in the footage saying, you're wasted. Yeah, right, you big goof. Right, they are wasted, my love. That doesn't help your case, bitch. It hurts it. Girl, you should have had footage saying, girl, you're sober. That would have been your alibi. Not showing footage of you screaming at them about how drunk they are. And then not only are you saying that to Jordan, but then you can see Antonio leaned up against the wall, clearly inebriated in the background. But to make matters even worse, her other narrative in her fake self-defense is, well, the people that Antonio hooked up with, hold on, I hope I'm not. I might be getting the names confused, but y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about, if I am. The partner that got essayed, her claim was, well, they were already all flirting way before they got to Camp Mob. This was something that was always going to go down anyway. It's something that was going to happen anyway because they had already been talking anyway about hooking up and having threesomes and everything. Bitch, that's like, do you know how you sound? That's like saying a woman who's dating a man that she really likes. Let's say she even gets into a full-blown relationship like with the man, but they haven't had sex yet. But then let's say that the man decides to actually assault his girlfriend. The self-defense is not going to be, well, they were in a relationship. That's why it's called intimate personal violence. Wives can be raped. Husbands can be raped. Boyfriends can rape. Girlfriends can rape. Wives can rape. Husbands can rape. Sneaky links can rape. It doesn't matter if they had spoken about hooking up at some point, if there was flirty banter between the couple and the other party. There's still one thing that has to be clear in the moment that actual contact is made, and that is utter consent. The nature of the relationship don't matter. All the things that happened prior and outside and leading up to said situation don't motherfucking matter. The only thing that matters is that at the point of actual contact, was there a thing called consent? And because your own footage acknowledges you acknowledging both Antonio and Jordan being inebriated, one can be seen visibly inebriated. Under Texas statute and penal code. Oh, I think y'all must think that I'm LeVar Burton. Y'all must think I'm LeVar Burton, child. Let me show y'all something. Oh, I told y'all, girl, this ain't the Reading Rainbow. And you don't ever got to take CTV's motherfucking word for a goddamn thing, bitch. Hold on. Why my page not showing? Hold on. Let me see something. Y'all see this? Under Texas law, an intoxicated person generally cannot consent to sex if their impairment renders them incapable of understanding the act or making a rational choice. If a person is incapacitated, unconscious, or asleep due to alcohol or drugs, any actual contact is illegal. The partner in question, who was SA'd, could barely stand on his 2 feet and was so inebriated that you are in the footage screaming at him because of how inebriated he is, because he was that visibly, that objectively inebriated. That there was no ifs, ands, or buts. There wasn't a congressional hearing or a philosophical debate about rather he was intoxicated and inebriated and incapacitated. He was incapacitated. And anybody who had eyes to see and a brain to think with was able to look directly at the subject and see that clearly he was dizzied and he was dazzled under the jurisdiction of alcohol. And here it is. You got the footage to prove just that, while you so busy trying to fight your case in a court of public motherfucking opinion, only strengthening their goddamn point, their goddamn plight, and their goddamn case. And then to make matters even more sinister, this is a part of the sinister pathology of this weirdo's personality type. You acknowledged that they were drunk. And then you further exploited that by admitting on Station Head that you broke into the damn room with the bobby pin, a safety pin, you sure did, quote unquote, and then recorded the whole goddamn matter and were able to describe to people what you saw, with the subject being in the middle of two people that he could not consciously consent to an actual exchange with, while y'all allegedly sent his husband on a food run or a beer run or whatever it was, because y'all had found a clever way to get the husband out of the situation, enough for, in that time frame, his partner to be trafficked upstairs, to be exploited and recorded. And we don't even have to say allegedly, because bitch, we got your own words admitting that the subject was drunk, and you admitting that you broke into the room and recorded the shit. No allegedly. No allegedly. Know what, CTV? Allegedly. How many times? Now the FBI is investigating whether you were colluding with Kaylin Walker and exploited a private citizen who might have been a minor, being essayed. See, this is a pattern. Being found guilty of disseminating deepfake AI. What is your obsession with exploiting vulnerable people? But they say that if you put that bitch under a purple UV light, that bitch will start foaming at the mouth, horns will start growing out of the top of her motherfucking wig, bitch. The camp mob had blessed her. My boo Jalen blessed her with some type of I think it was a custom-made Milagro or mob. You know, when you see like them little lights and shit in people's house or backgrounds, it may be like of a word or of their YouTube channel. Yeah, they got one of them things made for her, and you could and she could plug it in, and it blinks. This a purple color. That bitch started getting all type of sick, throwing up, dizzy, couldn't think right, couldn't sleep when she started using that shit. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all something else. And guess what the color purple happens to be used for, y'all? Guess what? Yes, in Catholic Church, a priest performing an exorcism is required to wear a purple or violet stole over his vestments. The stole is a symbol of the priest's spiritual authority. Purple is used in both exorcisms and the sacrament of confession because the color represents penance, sorrow, and healing. In both rituals, the core goal is to heal a person from the power of evil and reconcile them with the Christian community. Satan, come up out of there. Come up out of there. Release us, Satan. See, if the camp mob, if mob camp mob girl of Crystal Lake, if they would have been up on game and they would have been able to put two and two, because the bitch got so deathly ill under using this purple light fixture that they sent her, girl, that she actually thought they had set her up. She thought that they had put something, girl, in the box on the object. The bitch had to throw the shit away. Bitch, you were being exorcised unbeknownst to you. Bitch, the demons and the devils were being shook. God was shaking the table on your ass, bitch. Trying to shake them spirits up off your ass. Trying to shake the spirit of perversion off for you, bitch. Come up out of there. Come up out of there, Lucifer. Come up out of there, Ken. Come up out of there, Diablo. Come up out of there, Antoine. The Lord was calling all the penises out your motherfucking ass, bitch. You probably ain't had a spiritual bath since you came out of the womb. Girl, you were being purged in that mother. Yeah, oh, girl. Baby, that hoe couldn't even, she ain't know where the logistics was coming from. Gonna accuse Camp Mob of trying to poison her, girl. She thought they done threw anthrax and everything. Oh, no, bitch. Girl, the light was anointed, girl, to call upon the devil, to call the devils back home. To call the demons and the devils and the gargoyles back home, girl. She told y'all. Remember when we put that other audio of that bitch talking about, girl, she can't meditate because when she get quiet, she hear all the voices, girl. Her brain get noisy all of a sudden. Go, yeah, baby, all them spirits and principalities. Crazy. She better be glad I wasn't at the damn trial, bitch, because I would have came there with a Ghostbusters UV violet light for her motherfucking ass, bitch. We would have been beaming your ass up, Scotty. You ever want to take that hoe down, bitch? Get you a Ghostbuster super soaker, bitch, and put a laser focused light, bitch, on the end of that motherfucker. One that's particularly purple or violet, baby. And just start energy blasting that bitch. Call Satan up out of there, baby. That's just like the Wicked Witch of the East, bitch. Her secret soft spot is water. Milagro, bitch. You take that motherfucking hoe down, bitch, with that violet UV light, bitch. You ever want to bless her, bitch? You ever want to bless that hoe, bitch, with a little care package? Make sure you dress it up in purple with violet, bitch. Purple annihilators, purple motherfucking Skittles, bitch. Purple hair bows. A new bed set that happens to be purple. Purple flowers, purple daisies. Purple soap, purple lotion. Then you purple that hoe up. Okay? If you want to get her freed, bitch. Because, baby, for a bitch to be caught up in multiple lawsuits surrounding sexual exploitation and be on the radar of the motherfucking FBI, baby, something is deathly, darkly wrong. Get Satan up out of there. That's all I got for y'all tonight, girl. If you like it, you love it, subscribe to the motherfucking Kane. We do it all over here, honey. Miss Wendy Wiggins will not be Wendying, girl, at the Miss Cenat Streamer University, girl, because Cenat don't what? And I quoted his word, like me. Tell me what y'all think, girl, of the FBI getting involved. Tell me what y'all think about post-litigating the Megan Thee Stallion situation, girl. Tell me what y'all think about the bitch being sued by 2 ex-Camp Mob members out. And that trial is set for next year. Oh, yes, it is. The judge has approved of the case moving forward, bitch. Okay? She's been trying to get the case dismissed. She's been trying to get the case thrown out of court, girl. The judge has found the case to be of substance, and it will be moving forward to trial. Her and her husband and the other parties, accordingly, girl, will be having to answer for these said allegations. And of course, y'all already know who's gonna bring you the motherfucking news that you can and cannot use. And it's going to be the king of all kings himself, the Consciouztv. Okay? Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, share all the things, girl. Leave all the engagement, all the conversation in the comment section. And I will see you all later. Peace.